Yo, testicles, 1, 2, testicles, 1, 2. Complete indifference. Shout out from Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati is in the building. What up? Look at here, man. I had to dust the computer off. I said, man, let me go live, man. I got to see who out there. I got to see who remember what we talked about. See if anybody life changed for the better or for the worse. I was like, I got to find out. And we're gonna do that today. God damn it. You know what? I said let me just start back by talking about what even got me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I started this channel as Player for Life because I still believe that once you know something, you're gonna know it for the rest of your life. Once you experience something, you're gonna have those tools, you're gonna have that wisdom, you're gonna be able to utilize what you learned. You know what I'm saying? And I come from an era when having some street knowledge meant something, where having knowledge of women and how to interact with women was actually praised. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good morning. It was actually praised. And now I'm like, man, let me tell the next generation what I've learned. Let me pass on to the next generation the truth, so y'all don't go on doing things the way we used to do it, especially the things that we found out, through trial and error that were damn so wrong. Or you go on to utilize the things that we did learn that has some benefit. You did. Because if I'm 40, I'm in my early 40s, 42. If you look at all the people that's my peers, a little older and all that was kind of set forth as those cool lady men type guys, they all fail. They're falling as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Some are going to jail. Some are being looked at as disgusting men because they don't know their time was up. Some men are turning out to be some real weirdos, some real no diddies, you know what I'm saying? So I have to separate myself from the era where talking that player shit mattered, where being the cool ladies dude was the cool thing, you know. And the same way I had to separate myself from the streets. My quick little background is I fell off into the streets because of where I came up, who I was around, the era and time that I grew up in. And yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah, it made me it developed me in certain ways. But I'm telling y'all now that what I learned is I'm more shell shocked from learning the streets. I'm more shell shocked from being a player than I am wise from it. Because my wisdom only can be applied to dysfunction. My wisdom of women are only going to apply to dysfunctional women. Now, lucky for most men, most of the world and most of the women are dysfunctional. So my wisdom will apply. But why would I continue to focus on those that are dysfunctional? Why would I continue to teach people or tell people how to navigate dysfunction when you could just separate yourself from it and live a much better life? And the same thing with the street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I learned how to navigate street shit. But once I separated from it, my life got better. That has to apply to even player shit. Now, what I used to take player to mean was just that the ladies' man. Simple as that. Didn't mean you had 50 women, didn't mean you had 500 women. It just meant that women took a liking to you and you moved in a certain way. You know, you were the guy, you were James Bond. You know what I mean? When you was in the room, everybody had a tuxedo on, but everybody wasn't ordering martinis, shaking, not stirred. That was your player ass. You feel what I'm saying? And same thing with, I could bring it up to speed for the younger people. How the hip hop artists looked. They appeared in the videos to be the fly nigga. You know what I'm saying? They appeared to be the one that the ladies wanted. We're learning as we get older that a lot of this was a facade. But, essentially the ladies' man, Shaft for the old heads. The dude who got the girl, that was the player energy, right? So I took and tried to apply that to my life, and tried to be the cool guy. Not over, I didn't try hard, let's say it that way. But because it became readily available to me, and I got to see how women respond to different type of guys, I thought I had the cutting edge on game. I had the cutting edge on how to move out here. You know what I'm saying? What's up, people? Good to see y'all checking in, man. Yeah, but to stay focused on what I'm talking about here, if I had to tell a young man how to deal with women, because that's what young men want. They want to, if they want to listen to an old guy like me, professing to be a player type of dude, they want to know basically how to handle women. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't fucking know. Out of all the shit I done talked, out of all of the game and all of the wisdom that I thought I had, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't fucking know how to get you in a good situation with a woman. And let me tell you why. Because the woman of today ain't shit like the woman of yesterday. You get what I'm saying? I am like a Vietnam veteran. I have war experience. I've been in the trenches. You get what I'm saying? I'm hardened by that particular war. And now you take that military veteran who's threw grenades, who ran into the jungle, who had to camp out in the jungle, had to be exposed to that level of guerrilla warfare. You put that soldier in a modern day war where it's fought with drone planes, where it's fought with chemicals and starving out bombing and starving resources from people. That ain't the same kind of soldier. That ain't the same kind of war. And I am not as skillful at this new modern warfare. And that goes the same with this new world of men and women interaction. Now, my wisdom, I would have to pass on to young people, would have to do with finances, would have to do with how to build a solid family or how to build your life in a way where you can, thrive. You know what I'm saying? How you can live comfortably, how you can avoid certain other pitfalls of adult life. But trying to get me, an old military vet, an old Vietnam vet, to try to tell someone now how warfare need to be done, I have no fucking clue. Old heads will get your ass arrested. They'll get you a sexual harassment charge. They'll get you fired. You just think you doing some player shit. No. This is a new era of weirdos, and not to shit on all the young people that watch this. Y'all not the same as the people I know. Y'all not the same as the women I know, the men I know. So now, if anybody is online, young or old, telling you anything about how to live your life, you really have to take it with a grain of salt. Because the young people telling you how to live your life, they don't know enough. They still figuring it out. So that's the blind leading the blind. If an old person is telling you how to live your life, and it has to do with relationships, they outdated. Their wisdom is outdated. Now, if they telling you how to pay bills, they currently do that. They have actively currently figured out how to be a grown adult and take care of their business. That's good advice you can listen to. If they giving you parenting advice, something that they're currently doing, that's good advice. Even the old guys who still deal with young women or modern women, that's not good advice, because the modern women have their own set of rules in warfare. So all you're going to do, if you go out there with the intention of trying to navigate relationships based on what you hear from other people, you're fucking up. You know, they got the Kevin Samuel disciples of the world. Kevin Samuels made a lot of good points, but he made some wrong points too. You know, and he went out unfortunate. I don't know if I still think it was something to that. I think that young girl put something in his drink or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's speculatory, but I'm just saying Kevin Samuel's disciples, they took a lot of what he said, fucked up a lot of it, took the wrong points from it. But, you know, his way of thinking can't get you everything you need. Then they got the female versions of that. You know, they got the dating coaches and the you know, people I'm cool with. It's dudes online that said some real shit. But the bullshit they said is gonna get you jammed up. So, you know, to finally say what I really making a video about, I think right now the idea of trying to had a cutting edge of women, you know, the player shit, you know, I'm calling it player shit because this seems to be what people understand it to be. But to be that cutting edge dude that has a grip on women, that's not your focus, you know. And this message is out there, but I want to reiterate that your focus should not be that at all. Your focus, you should give time to women the same way you give time to the gym. And here's a perfect way to explain this shit. When you want to be successful with your finances or just building your life in general, you need to budget. You need to have designated time and designated money that's supposed to go out and do a particular job. Now, when you building your life, that little space you got for women need to be, you know, let's say it's 10% of your life. You know, as you get older or as you grow with a woman, maybe that 10% can become 15, 20%, 25%. You know, and maybe if you build a full family, yes, that percent needs to be at least 50%. If you have a woman, a wife, a family, half of your life needs to be all about that family. The other half of that life is to keep you mentally stable and sustained and able to bounce back if shit go crazy. Not from just divorce, but just death or just some, you know, life's challenges. You still need 50% of that battery to get you to the end of your life. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about is budgeting your time with women, budgeting your how much time you spend thinking about it. If you young and you spend more than 10% of your time thinking about women, you need to find more shit to do. You need to find way more shit to do because you need to budget your energy. And over time, the little 10% you keep putting into a woman or, you know, your relationships, friends, female friends, that shit will grow over time, but you ain't got to force it. You ain't got to, you know, it's no different than your savings account, you know, or your investment account. You just put what you can when you can in there. But if you have it structured well, you're going to be consistently putting enough energy into it to watch that grow. But if you start trying to spend all your time with multiple women, that 10% now, you starting to give this person 10%, this person 10, this person 10, this person. You're giving away out of your 100. So you might have gave away 60% of your 100 to different women. And you only left yourself with 40%. And with that 40%, you got to try to build a life. You got to try to build your career up, get some skills. You got to try to, maintain your other relationships with friends and family. You got to try to, if you got kids, you got to get that to the kids. You leaving yourself with less time and less energy and less money to function when you try to live that player lifestyle and you giving 10% all over the fucking place. You think when you're young, you think, shit, that ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing better to do. You do got something better to do. Not waste your youth. Not waste your time, energy, and money while you're young. Because when you older, you going to wish all them little 10% you gave to 10 different broads. That's your 100%, nigga. I'm going to tell you right now. If you one of them players that keep a roster, that's all your motherfucking energy. You only going to the gym just to stay healthy enough to deal with them. You only working hard and making money to spend it and lose it on child support, lose it on the relationships, lose it on fine dining. God damn it. So you when you young, that's why you should not be having 10 bras. That's why you should not have a roster. You need to have meaningful relationships. Even if they friendships, even if they fuck buddies, let's say, have a fuck buddy. Spend 10% of your life fucking your buddy, female buddy. I tell some of y'all niggas that. So, this is the message now. This is why I say that player shit is dead, because the idea of just running around being a boss and having all these bras and shit, that is digging a slow hole for you to bury yourself in. Because that's what I did. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. I always kept a handful of friends that required attention. That shit drained me. The reason why I'm a grumpy old man, the reason why I'm just I'm really just walking around here just existing, hands in my pocket, looking at birds, just lost in the sauce, because I gave so much of my battery. I drained so much of my battery. I used so much of my 100% on too many people, and then getting married. Here's another little point. I got married, slowed my road, got a family, but I'm operating without 100%. Even with no other women around, I've accumulated things from those women. I accumulated a debt, whether it be through child support. Well, I ain't never had child support debt, but I had a bunch of kids. So I'm not going to call them debt per se, but God damn it, a kid ain't nothing but debt, motherfucker, that you can never pay off. Y'all think y'all can't pay school loans off. You can't pay having a kid off. That motherfucker going to be in your pockets for life. So I accumulated all this debt out here in the world, and now trying to, have a family and all that, I have to do it with all that debt. You know what I'm saying? With the extra kids, with the extra stress. You know what I'm saying? Then God forbid you bring some of them player ways into your family life or into your marriage. Now you operating with less trust in a marriage. Less, you don't get you working with broken tools. You can still build a house, but some of them tools are weakened, from some of the cheating, some of the lying. Now your hammer ain't that sturdy. You go to hit a nail, you might snap the whole motherfucking head off of that bitch. So you could still build. But when I was out there spending too much time and putting too much energy in different shit, I was weakening myself, weakening my chances for success, bringing and carrying too much weight. So an old head telling you how to get women is a fool and didn't learn shit itself. A young person telling you how to get women don't know shit. Because if he knew, the only message you should be thinking about is, what should I be? What type of things should I learn? what do I want to know? Like, if you seek knowledge, you seeking money at the same time. I'm gonna tell you right now. But if you seek knowledge and not just about frivolous things like how do I get famous, because that's what most people want. They pick fame over money. They pick popularity over substance. They pick pussy over goddamn near everything. But you should be choosing knowledge when you're young. You should spend all that early years learning. I'm old as hell, and I just learned how to go fishing because I didn't learn that shit when I was fishing for some broads. You know what I'm saying? Instead of learning how to feed myself if the world collapsed. You know, I I should have learned how to build a house from scratch. I should have learned how to build a house from the foundation to the roof. Do you know how valuable you would be as a man, a human, or to society or to others if you spent your young years, instead of dealing with broads, learning how to do every discipline of building a house? There is not a market, there is not an economy in the world that will cause you to not have what you need if you know how to build a fucking house from the bottom to the top. And that's straight up. Let's say the world collapsed. And I'm talking about collapsed. And the only people that got money is the super rich. If you know how to build shit from the bottom to the top, you still got a job. Because the super rich still need their shit built. Hell, they need their bunkers built. So you still got an opportunity to have money. And that's with no corporations around. That's with, let's take it further. Let's say there is no money to be made. Money is useless. The society broke down completely. You know how to cut a tree down. You know how to make a 2x4, and you know how to turn that 2x4 into a bunch of 2x4s, and you know how to build a fucking cabin, a house. Do you know how rich you are, even if money is not valuable? Because you can build your structures. You could build, infrastructure. You dig? You understand it. Now, if we spent, when I go back to saying how you spend 10% of your time and energy with a woman, and if you got multiple women, you're spending more and more and more. Imagine if 10% was learning how to wire a house. Another 10% was learning how to do a roof. Another 10% was learning how to, do carpentry and other forms of construction. And I'm using these 10% on these things. You're going to fall into some pussy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to focus on getting nothing. As you out here moving and grooving, you're accumulating, you're building, you're becoming wealthy because you got all these skills, because you know so much. The pussy going to find you. The woman going to find you. But if you do it the other way, where you seek the woman, when you got time to go learn these skills? When do you have the energy to read the books? When do you have the energy to apply the knowledge? You end up most of the time being half of the man that you could have been. Even men that tend to do well in life, if you take away the mistake of trying to move around with broads, you would have been double whatever the fuck you think you became. I don't think I'm a failure by a long shot. I make good money. I can support my family. I have, homes. I have cars. You know what I'm saying? I have all the shit that people say they're supposed to have. But I feel like I'm behind because I lack certain knowledge that I feel like is far more valuable than the knowledge I got of women. That don't sell when you trying to eat, motherfucker. Mind you, you could dick sling and you could dick sling your way into a shelter and some food, but not as a man. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck your way into some food, into a house, but how long before your dick ain't working like that? How long before you not desirable? It's a lot of old fools that's getting put out there because, hey, you ain't the man you used to be. You not the commodity no more. And it's a lot of women. Like Kevin Samuels had them terms about winter coming and women gonna hit the wall. There's a wall for men too, fool. Not if you're rich. Bullshit. You can get to the point where you hit the wall, fellas, where your money ain't good enough. Where the bitch like, I don't want to fuck with you. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I hang with you, but I ain't trying to fuck you. Matter of fact, I'm trying to figure out how I can separate you from your money so I can go kick it like Cassie. Diddy was the man when he was younger. Diddy became an old fool. Cassie said, let me go ahead, separate you from some of this money and get the fuck out of here. Diddy couldn't buy no pussy from that girl right now. Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's a bad example. She clearly is into some shit. But I'm just saying, like, I would much rather have my time back than all of the little hookups I had. All the times I got some pussy, all the times I got some dong, I still want it. But I could have got it from one source. I could have spent 10% of my energy on having that one homegirl that I could go smash and go kick it with real quick and get back to work. And that's what I'm trying to say. If I had to tell a young dude how to really move out here, I would say budget your energy, budget your money, and budget the use of your private parts. Be intentional. The biggest players, I believe, are the men that you would never even consider to be a player, because you feel like he only dealt with 5 women in his whole life. Well, he ain't no player. He green. He a square. He go from one. You think that's lame? You think that's not cool? That nigga cooler than everybody because he was intentional. If he was intentional. Now, mind you, if he was a sucker for love for 6 broads, that ain't what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about a guy who had a small amount. His body count is low. His health is intact. He has no kids that he did not want. He only had a few women that he, gave himself to and dealt with, but he spent majority of his time learning and developing man skills, developing skills to be valuable beyond sex, beyond looks and shit, beyond image. That dude is the biggest player of all time. That's the dude I want to be like. You know what I'm saying? I was fooled. I was told that you're supposed to be the dude that got a bunch of broads. I was told you're supposed to be the dude where, you damn near greedy about it. You can have 3 broads in your life, go to an event where your single homeboys is there, and you trying to catch all the bitches there. And you got some homeboys that don't got a broad, and you should stay your ass out the way and get them more of an opportunity to get somebody. But no, you trying to get all the pussy. Because you just think that's that's the cool shit. That breeds more jealousy. These dudes that they like, damn nigga, you already got some bitches. Like, why are you trying to take all the hoes sit your little light skin ass down. That's where that light skin hate come from. Because light skin niggas always had their motherfucking hand in the cookie jar, even though they just ate a whole pack of Oreos. Why the fuck is you still trying to eat cookies, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. But I'm looking back at my life like I could have had just as good a time having one sexual partner. Just a freak, though. I would have had to find a super freak. As long as she a super freak, I could have had one sexual partner, and especially one that understood that the time I, set aside for her was that, and the rest of that time, I'm getting to this money. I'm getting to this, I'm learning things. Because like I said, it ain't just about cash. A rapper might think he's developing himself because he learned rapping and he learned entertaining and he's making money hand over fist entertaining people. What value does that man have when he's older and don't nobody want to hear him entertain? How long will his money last if he's not bringing in no more money because don't nobody want to see you or hear you entertain? What skills do you have as a man now that you spent 20, 30 years dancing and singing and rapping and shit? You feel me? Not much, motherfucker. You remember when COVID happened, the world shut down except for essential workers. You know, if you're not essential with the world not intact, then you're not really essential. How essential of a person are you? How valuable are you to your friends and family? Is if the world crashed, you are useless. I would argue that you're useless when the world is thriving then. I don't care if you're a multimillionaire. If you don't have real life skills, food, clothes, and shelter, if you can't provide that without the world's economy, I think you lacking. I think you lacking and you put too much energy into the wrong spaces. And now more than ever, young people need to realize you don't got time to play like we played. My generation, the generation before us, we was playing too fucking much. My grandparents and my great grandparents, they ain't had time to play. They had to tend to them fields. They had to tend to that fucking farm. They had to tend to their house. They had to do their own repairs. They had to, work together as a family. They had to get married, have some kids, and stick together. They ain't had time to play. When things got better for people and the economy started to get a little, people could get a regular job and go to work and start fucking everybody at the job, people start playing too much. Then they kids start playing way too much. And now our kids are playing way too goddamn much. And that's why when the threat of Section 8 being taken, ain't nobody prepared. The threat of SNAP benefits being taken, ain't nobody prepared because we've been playing too much. But now society is resetting itself. You ain't got time to play. You ain't got time to be a player. You ain't got time to be a hoe. You ain't got time to be a female player, which let's be honest, it's still a hoe, goddamn it. Well, I don't care how you want to paint it. We still gonna call you a hoe, goddamn it. So we ain't got time to play like that. You dig? What about ugly? What about ugly? I'm gonna talk about ugly people on my other chart on 3Gs. I don't want to talk about ugly people on here. What up, Casey? What up, y'all, man? Let me take 2 seconds just to shout y'all out for pulling up. Toy, what's up? Shit. Love. Benny Chris, is that what that is? Benny Chris TV. DD, Casey. I'm just saying what's up, y'all. But if y'all just coming in a little late, I think y'all will benefit from going back and watching from the beginning. I think I'm making some very good points on this live. I'm talking about how this shit is dead. It's over. Like even everything is dead. Let me say this for a second. Just about everything that we've been building up for the last probably 30, 40, probably longer than that. I'll say for the last 70 years. It's reset right now. The idea of being materialistic and trying to be the fly motherfucker with the newer car and this, that, and the other, that shit dead. I drive a fairly new car, a 2023. That motherfucker got too much shit going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a nice car, drive well. It's a Cadillac XT6. That motherfucker got so much shit on it. I'm like, I don't need None of this shit. And all I keep thinking is, God, don't let this shit start going haywire. God damn it. Don't let all these stupid ass electronic I don't even know what to call accessories. Don't let this shit start going haywire. It's already an expensive ass car. The repairs of shit that ain't even mechanical. Imagine taking your car to the shop because it's tripping, and it ain't an alternator like it used to be. It used to just be an alternator. It ain't just a sensor, which that's some new age shit. It ain't just you just need it's a transmission. It ain't gonna be that no more. You gonna take your shit in there. They gonna say, "Oh, your car got a virus." You telling me my car got the got the vid? No, I'm just saying your car gonna have a virus, motherfucker, a computer virus. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? I regret it. I dropped a lot on it to keep my note low, but I was like, I'm thinking in my head, like, if I could go back, I bought that car like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago. I'm like, mind you, I had 2 paid off cars. My wife had a paid off car as well. So we got 3 paid off vehicles, and my ass went and go get a note on an expensive ass new car, kind of. It was a year or two old. A year old. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I could have went and got a later model car that was probably built better and just souped that bitch up. Did it Texas style or did it Florida style where you get an older car and hook that bitch up. I would have spent less. The motherfucker would have ran better. You know what I'm saying? That's what I should have did. So in hindsight, can be y'all foresight if you haven't done it yet. Do not buy anything that can get a computer virus. Don't buy shit that be talking to you more than you talking to it. Your car shouldn't be telling you shit about itself or shit about the day that you ain't asked that motherfucking car. That's too much work. You feel me? If you're a man, go get you a solid ass pickup truck. Nigga, get some man shit. Cause guess what? I felt feminine than a bitch when I had to go to the hardware store. I got this new Cadillac truck and I had to put some floorboards in it. I'm like, ooh, don't touch this. Be careful so it doesn't scratch anything. This is what my bitch ass sound like. I'm a man, goddammit. I should have been throwing motherfucking boards in the back of a pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? They had some old dirty ass work boots in that bitch. Instead of, let's be careful. I don't want to scratch anything. Like this, some soft ass shit. Man, we done made ourselves fucking weirdos, man. Me included. Having jewelry. I got jewelry that now the way I look at jewelry, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? What kind of pretty ass nigga did I think I was that needed a diamond chain or a fucking gawky ass ring or some shit? I'm like, this some soft shit. This some female shit. Low key, we got played, man. We got played. We was told to wear earrings, get our hair done. Niggas got edges and shit. Niggas out here with their edges laid, with earrings and diamond chokers, and we thought we was doing player shit. Me growing up around the old heads, they used to get their nails manicured and we was on some pimp shit. Like that was pimp shit. Now I'm like, what kind of man teaches other men to get their fucking nails done instead of fuck their nails up by building a house? We always look down at them dirty niggas, the niggas that had work pants on, the niggas that had paint all over their pants, or dirty nails, or oil in their fingers from working on cars. We was looking down at them niggas. Them the real men. I have to admit, I am not a real man yet because I am now having to relearn the shit I should have learned, but I was too busy trying to be a player ass nigga. Player ass niggas, we counted money. We ain't breaking no fingernails. You know, our nails got long because we didn't do shit but count money and bust down blunts. That's how we thought. And looked at the dude who had to go help his uncle build a house like something was wrong with him. Now that nigga can make 5 G's on a weekend, doing one little job on a weekend. He can make 5 G's at getting dirty. And you got to go clock in all week to make 5 G's. But, you know, before taxes, every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference, man, what I would want to leave behind with telling young men and how I would steer the young people to be. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting dirty, my nigga, if you a man and you not getting dirty, bro, figure out how you can get dirty, man. Figure out how you can learn a skill that causes your hands to get dirty, bro. Straight up. Figure out a skill that causes your pants to have to get ripped or your boots to have a little mud on them. Because all that pretty shit, all that player shit, all that trying to be fancy and materialistic shit, that shit is dead. Don't nobody give a fuck. And the more hungry people get, the more desperate people get, it's going to matter even less. It's going to revert back to the strong survive. And by strong, who can lift all you bodybuilding ass niggas. We're going to need you to carry some cinder blocks, motherfucker. All you dirty finger niggas, we're going to need you to fix some cars. But the dirty niggas, let me tell y'all how they trying to take men away. They taking the jobs that dirty fingernail niggas used to do and making it where you need a laptop to troubleshoot a vehicle. You need a computer to troubleshoot a HVAC system. They got new air conditioners that has to be troubleshot with a computer. They making shit so, you know, it's AI about to kill it all. But I'm just saying they making shit where just the old rolling your sleeve up, needing somebody to come and tighten a few screws, that shit is over with. But this is what society has been doing for the last 70 years, making us men bitches, making us some fucking females, where we trying to be cuter than our fucking women. Even when we act like, nigga, I don't be on that. Yeah, you do, motherfucker. Even my brain wasn't telling me, oh, I'm trying to be prettier than my girl. I never thought that in my brain. But when I think about what I was doing, she getting dressed, I'm ironing my shit. She putting jewelry on, I'm putting jewelry on. She putting perfume on, I'm putting cologne on. She in there still fixing something, and I'm cleaning out my nails and shit. I'm doing bitch shit. Not saying a man shouldn't be groomed. And because first of all, good hygiene and good grooming is healthy. It's literally like you won't pass on germs, you won't get sick as frequently if you keep yourself clean. But I'm saying we have been feminized. The idea of being a gentleman, we became too goddamn gentle. And we spent too much time trying to be playboys, and we just lost our way. And now I'm feeling like I don't want to teach no man how to get hoes. That shit ain't important. Matter of fact, I don't think you should have hoes. Now, you should have, as a man, especially a hardworking man, you should be getting your dick sucked damn near as much as you want. That should come with hard work. So whatever you got to do to facilitate a lot of that, but you don't need 10 bitches sucking on you. You just need the one that's going to suck on you right. You need that. You need somebody to sleep with, somebody to hold, somebody to put your arm around, and you smell her skin and you feel her soft body and you wrap your arm around her and y'all go to sleep. or you turn around and she put her leg on you just to be in contact with. I think every man can benefit from that. Now, even if you don't have a relationship or a wife, every once in a while, if there's a chick that y'all can go lay up with, just go lay up. Be quiet. Keep the room quiet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to talk. Just lay up. You know what I mean? I think that's important, man. That's something that I think that we lose that embrace of our mothers. You don't got to go, you can't go get that hug from mama or grandma and shit. That's what you're supposed to have a wife for. You're supposed to have a wife that, you can go get that nurturing from, you know what I'm saying? Or a woman. I mean, if you got that the rest of your time, that should only be 10% of your time that you're thinking about that kind of shit. The rest of your time should be doing man shit. Your hobbies should be man shit. If your hobby is getting down Julio, dressing like a fruitcake, and going to the club and getting sections and having bottles with sparklers in it, you's a bitch, nigga. That's not man shit. That's not a man hobby. To be somewhere trying to look as cute as you can with your edges laid in a club somewhere with sparkles in your fucking bottle, nigga. That's not man shit. That's not a man hobby. You dig? If your hobby is to sit around with other dudes and bash females all day, verbally bashing women, that's not man shit. If it's online or in person, if your hobby is to sit around and verbally bash the dick suckers of the world, I mean, women are more than that, but let's just keep it real. That's one of the best things about y'all. So if y'all gonna sit around and bash the dick suckers of the world, that's not man shit. Because one day you gonna need your dick up, and you done spend all your time talking shit about them. How dare you, motherfucker? One day you gonna need to hug one of them. How dare you sit up and talk shit about them all day? That's not man shit. Because these are times and things that we should be doing to do man shit. Going fishing, going hunting, learning how to clean an animal. How many of y'all niggas know how to cut a chicken down? Kill it, slaughter a chicken, defeather it, get the guts out, quarter it off. How many niggas know how to do that? I don't. I watched the video, but I ain't never did it. How many niggas know how to cut down a fucking squirrel or a raccoon or a rabbit or a deer? I don't know how to. I watched the video. Or fillet a fish. That's a man hobby. Going to build a shed in the woods that you pay for. You bought some raw land, some $20,000 raw land in the fucking wilderness. That 20,000 could be a couple acres if it's in the right place. But I'm just saying, you go buy some bullshit ass land. Guess what to do what, AP? What you gonna get some land for? To play in the woods, nigga. To do the shit that boys did back in the day, before all this technology, before all this gay ass shit that they taught us to do, before all this feminine shit that they taught us to do. Boys played in the woods. They got dirty. They scraped their knees. They built shit. They built go-karts. They used tools. That's what the fuck we should be doing as adults. Get a couple of your friends together. Y'all go put in on some land. Not even land that you need to develop. You ain't even got to get it like, oh, we're going to put some houses on it. You might can't do that. Every land ain't built the same. Or all land ain't built the same. But get it to go play in the motherfucking woods. To take your kids in there and hunt. To take your kids in there and to chop wood. God damn it. Have somewhere to take your kids to teach them man skills. What else? Some grown adult male, what I believe to be male hobbies. Competition. I think all men should keep a healthy level of competition, whether it's sports, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's weightlifting competitions, whether it's darts, pool, bowling. You need some healthy competition. The competition shouldn't be you trying to be cuter than the next nigga. It shouldn't be you trying to have a better card than the next nigga. That's not competition. That's back to what I said. That's that other shit. That's that gentleman shit. Because none of that shit matters. You need some healthy competition. You know, these are the things that as I get older, man, I'm getting lonelier because it ain't nobody I want to be around. I'm getting I'm getting broker. I spend so much money on my teenagers and my young adults that they don't even see sometimes. Because I'm like, they so used to just everything just falling out the sky. They don't realize who the one paying for all this shit. And not only that, they're making mistakes that's costing me. And that might cost me more in the future. And that type of shit is stressful too. Because I'm like, man, all the goddamn talks, all the lectures, all the time I sat them down and had them heart to hearts and the man to man with my sons and the man to daughter with my daughters. And just to see them still want to play. They still think life is a game because that's the way they want us to be out here moving. Like I said before, they taught us to play too much. The things that are valuable to us aren't even valuable to us. We think that we'll worry about that later. When every single day of our life, especially adult life, we're supposed to be focusing on that kind of shit. All that playful shit, that should be the least amount of what we worried about. Now, I ain't saying don't go have a party, don't dance, don't sing, don't entertain, don't go on vacations, don't go to a beach. All these things is cool. But I feel like the only people that should be doing this shit is somebody who just got done building a motherfucking cabin in the woods, motherfucker. Now that the cabin's built, now go to the fucking Hawaii, goddamn it. Now go to Cancun. If you just slaughtered a couple pigs, motherfucker. Okay, now go to the club. You get what I'm saying? I think, man, we just got it ass backwards. Ass backwards, man. So this video I wish everybody heard these kind of messages, man. Cause I be so fucking for real. I be so genuine about this shit. I don't care what people think about me. I damn sure don't want to be. I think that's my problem with YouTube. I never gave a fuck enough because I would feel anxiety if my name got too big, where people was like, "Oh, this person and that person." I don't want them kind of fucking problems, man. I don't want to talk to fake ass people. I don't want to be interviewed by fake ass people. I don't want to be criticized by people that to me don't have half a decent understanding about the way the world works. I don't want to be I don't want bitches out of my fucking way past. Is that who said that? Somebody, my way past. Oh, R. Kelly. My way past. You know, coming out with some shit like get those just trying to attention seeking motherfuckers. The internet gonna clown the shit out you. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can do everything right. The internet got jokes for your motherfucking ass. I'm watching all my heroes turn into clowns because of the internet. Because now we clowning them. No respect for people and what they did. Look, Sharon said, first of all, shout out to you, Sharon. She said, AP, you saying that I remember back in the days when my brother and friends got dirty building go-karts, ABD, skate, boards, I'm assuming. Yo, what up, Hazel? Hazel Eyes. Straight up, man. If I'm gonna be on here talking, and I think I am gonna start talking again, because I need somewhere to vent. That's really why I'm doing it. I don't have nowhere to vent. My kids don't want to hear this shit. My wife don't want to hear this shit. You know, that's another aspect of what I'm talking about, y'all. We are invaluable as men to our families. Even when we are, we don't get appreciated for it because they so used to shit falling out the sky. You know what I'm saying? They just feel like you just supposed to be handling business and they don't care if you handling it or not. For real. But I'm tired of talking to people that hear me but don't hear me. They listening but they not applying. You know, they don't see the value in what I'm saying because they don't have to feel no pressure most of the time. So I don't want to talk to them. So I got to come online and talk to people that I don't even know, and some people that have been fucking with me. And thank y'all for pulling up, because I'd rather just vent to people that's listening. Because I'm gonna tell you, these motherfuckers around me, I I thought I was saying the right shit. I thought I was setting everybody up to not make the mistakes I made. I thought I was trying to keep them from digging holes where they can start building on a foundation quickly, where they would be further than I ever could be, where they could have more than I ever could have. But I'm realizing you can't tell nobody shit. You can't tell nobody shit. You can hope what you told them comes into play at some point. But if I would have invested in myself and I was selfish, shit, I would have so much goddamn money. You know, I could probably take care of their ass forever. But I don't know, man. I'm still hoping that some of the things that I've put into their heads, my kids I'm talking about, they still, it still come out when it need to come out, man. But I need to right now learn some man skills, get some man hobbies, and that's all I'm gonna do with my kids now. Cause we beyond talking. Like I got a good relationship with them. Don't get me wrong, but I hate seeing them do shit that I know is not gonna be beneficial. I hate it. But I can't stop them because our society trained us to have female hobbies and to not be focused on what's important. And even my kids are affected by how society is. So the best I can do now is make sure I develop a lot of man hobbies and just share those with my sons. Like y'all, let's go hunt, let's go fish, let's go. Oh, you need a new gun cabinet, let's build it. Fuck going to buy one, let's build it. Oh, you need a new dining room table, let's build it. It's going to be more sturdy. We're going to learn. We might fuck it up a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Let's build our own dining room table. Oh, the wash machine broke. Let's fix it. Fuck calling somebody to do it. That's my problem. I ain't trying to fix on shit. That's my problem. But that's something that I need to get away from. Let's fix it. That's the man shit that we need to be doing these days. And the men these days got so soft, they won't even buy a new one. They won't pay for it to be fixed. They'll just start sitting shit on it. These niggas out here so useless. They woman wash machine who's been washing their clothes could break, and they'll just turn it into a motherfucking rock. It'll just be sitting there in the corner with shit piled on it before them niggas will try to fix it, get it fixed, or do anything about it. That's how far we fell as men. And yet we still online talking about bitches and what they not doing and how they this and how they this. And bro, we got way too much more important shit to worry about than what broads is doing. Or how they acting or how they, that's why I could never jump into that red pill shit. I was like, man, this shit is not masculine. And shout out to some of them dudes that's in that space, because I know some of them and they was cool, but I just couldn't get it. I was like, dog, this shit sound like some whole shit to me. Like it doesn't sound masculine. But now I'm starting to see clearer. The shit I was saying wasn't masculine. Player shit, side chicks, etc., etc. That shit ain't masculine. You got to have more control over yourself and over your thoughts and what you waste your energy on or spend your energy on. That's what I'm gonna leave this message as. Look at your energy as $100 bill. Some you got to put in the savings. Some you got to, put out there in the world to invest. Some of it's going to you have to use to take care of your basic needs. But use some of that 100 to learn how to make more hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So look at your time and energy like $100 bill, man. Be real, like you gotta be real careful what you spend it on. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Shout out to y'all for pulling up on me today. It's good to see some people that, still getting notifications even after all this time of me not making no videos. And God bless y'all, man. If y'all got sons, take some of the shit I said, try to apply it, figure it out. If y'all dating men, maybe y'all need to start picking men based on how dirty they fucking nails is. Don't get them dirty nail niggas who they nails dirty because they've been splitting blunts all day in backwoods and they digging a booty. Them ain't the kind of niggas. That ain't the kind of dirty nails I'm talking about. Get you a nigga that been fixing on a car all day. Anyways, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be well. Peace.
Some of us have been rocking with AP from his Player for Life days right into his evolution to AP for Life. He's still the big homie, just a little older and a lot wiser. The most genuine dude on YouTube, keeping it real. And so many of you contact AP to tell him how much his advice has meant to you over the years. This channel has gotten so much support and love, from comments to likes to subs to shares to donations. All are very much so appreciated, and for those that would like to donate, you can do so via Cash App, $AP Family Man, or PayPal AP Family Man. All donations are appreciated and go towards continuing to produce content that is meaningful to the AP for Life fam. We thank you for your cash donations in advance. All relevant links to AP, including his book, Dirty Dirty Minds, are found in the description. Continue to enjoy the show.